What's going on, everybody? JR from JR's Cars, and in this video I'm going to show you how to change the cabin air filter on this 1997 Mercedes C230. So it's part of routine maintenance, obviously, to change your oil filter, and then inspect your air filter in the engine bay as well and replace it as needed. But the most commonly forgotten about item is the cabin air filter. When you're sitting in your car running your heating ventilation system, you're just breathing that air over and over and over again. So if there was junk trapped in there, or if that filter's not clean, you're just recycling that dirty air all back into your car for you to breathe. So in this C230, the cabin air filter is underneath the passenger side dashboard here under the glove box. I'll show you where it is and how to get to it. First thing you want to do is get your seat back as far as you can so you have some room to work with. Next thing you're going to do is get up underneath the dashboard, and one is missing over here, but you're going to have 3 Phillips head screws. You'll take those 3 Phillips head screws out and this panel will pop down. All right, so somebody had put a microphone in here. That's what that little wire was, but right in here is where your cabin air filter is going to be. Right, so you see these 2 clips here. Just going to pull this back and pull that one forward. Might be a little tricky there, but then you'll pull this down and you'll pull the front of it down a little bit, and oh my God. Yeah. Well, that sucks. You know, I really wasn't intended on getting bathed in tree leaves, but that kind of does happen with this sometimes. This car did sit for a little bit before I purchased it, so really doesn't surprise me one bit. All right, so as you can see, this is what just popped out that was on the bottom, so that's horrendous. But let's pull out the filter and see what other loveliness lies beneath. Let's see what falls out. Holy crap. I would definitely say that's about time to get that replaced. Now, wouldn't you? All right, so I picked up this endoscope a while ago and never really used it, but I think this would be a good time to see how it works. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it way up in there, and I'm going to see what it looks like up in there, if there's anything else. But I really think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to vacuum this out, I'm sure. But let's see what we got in here, if there's anything else that I can see. Let's see if we can get up in there a little bit. And there is your evaporator core. So that actually is a good thing to see. Take a look and see if there's anything else up in there. Doesn't look like it is. Looks like everything else is clean. So I guess we're okay with that, but that is definitely disgusting. Oh my God, and look at the pleats as I'm pulling it out. Look at all the crap that's stuffed in there. No wonder why it seemed like the air really wasn't pumping enough in this car. It was working, but it definitely wasn't pumping enough. I mean, can you breathe through this? It's definitely time for a replacement. All right, so now what I like to do is I like to turn the ventilation system on and let it blow out with the cap off there, because that way if anything is stuck in there, it's going to come out. So let's see what's going to happen as soon as it turns on. All right, so not that bad. Not much came out, but some did. Alright, so after a little parts store hopping, I got a new filter. Apparently nobody seems to carry these in stock anymore because it's an older car. So this one I got from Advanced Auto Parts is actually pretty nice because it's got the heavy plastic rim on it, where this one is just cheap paper like this. So get this out of the way, we'll put this guy back in, and then we'll get everything buttoned back up. Alright, let's see if I can show you like this here. Filter is going to go in with the flat side to the right. You're going to have to get a little creative with pushing it in there, especially with that plastic rim. Alright, so now what you're going to want to do is put your cover back here. Get these back in place just so they slide easy. All right. Then what you're going to want to do is put this piece here in the back, right, on an angle, and then you're going to twist it in like this to get it to line up. Right, and now that that is in place, what you're going to do is you're going to move these sliders down. You can see where they're going to ride on. These here have to slide down here to hold this plate back in. Okay, I'm not going to lie, that was probably the hardest part of this whole thing here, was to get these stupid clips back on. Because what you have to do is you have to push up on these and pull down, which obviously is hard to do when you're holding a camera with one hand and you're trying to do it with the other. So that's a tip. So just put it in there, push up on these, and then pull down, and you'll be able to line them up where they need to be. You can see that right here. That's where it's supposed to line up. All right, so now what you have to do is you have to get that cover back on. So right there you have little clips that are going to line up right there. So we'll slide those clips in, slide that panel back on, put those screws back in, and call this done. All right, there it is. Panel's all back in, it's all back together. Now all I have to do is clean this mess up. And now I get good ventilation coming out and it doesn't smell. So do me a favor, if this helped you out, hit the like button, drop your comments down below and tell me what you think of this job and if you've done it before, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I hope everybody's staying safe, and I'll catch you in the next video, because as you can see, we have some more work to do on this Mercedes.